Hi, my name is Emily, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys about chunking. Chunking is most commonly used to organize large amounts of information into small, manageable units, just so the information is easier to process. It's a strategy used to reduce the amount of information being taken in at a time. And essentially, it helps the overall learning process by breaking down a lot of information into smaller chunks, just like I said, so it's easier to commit to memory. We use chunking in our everyday life, such as, for example, with birthdays, we break it down with the slashes. So we do the month slash the day slash the year. And that's just easier than saying all the numbers together. For instance, 11, 17, 17. It would be 1, 1, 1, 7, 1, 7. And that would be confusing if you didn't have the slash in it. So it kind of just chunks it down and breaks it into smaller parts. And similarly, we do this in reading. It's easy if we take a whole story, we break it down into manageable chunks, and then read each chunk, summarize each chunk, and then put it together all at the end. So this is Luke, and today we're going to be doing a lesson on chunking. So first we're going to start by going to go backwards. So I'm going to ask, what's your name, favorite thing to do, and why? So what's your name?
Luke.
And what's your favorite thing to do?
Play soccer.
And why?
It's fun.
Okay. So we have Luke. His favorite thing to do is play soccer. Why? Because it's fun. So if we put that together to make a sentence, we would say,
Luke's favorite thing to do is play soccer because it is fun.
So that's kind of working backwards, like I said. So we have the subject, what he likes to do, the verb, and why. So we kind of work backwards. We chunk the information first, organized it into categories, and then we're able to put it together. So it's kind of like what we do for reading a story. We're going to summarize each part, and then at the end we're going to put it all together. So that's just an example. The story we have today is about a girl named Fiona Famous. So first, Luke and I already went ahead and broke down it into chunks. So we separated it by paragraphs, and then at the end you can see we kind of just put the last little phrase with the last paragraph. So first I'll read the first paragraph, and then we'll summarize it together, and then Luke will read it, and so on, and we'll keep continuing to read and then summarize each paragraph, and together at the end we'll put it together and find out what the main idea of the story is. Fiona Famous was a very popular girl at school. She was clever and fun, and got on well with everyone. It was no accident that Fiona was so popular. From an early age, she had made an effort to be kind and friendly to everyone. She invited the whole class to her birthday party, and from time to time she would give presents to everybody. She was such a busy girl, with so many friends, that she hardly got a chance to spend time with individual friends. However, she felt very lucky. No other girl had so many friends at school and in the neighborhood. So now we're going to stop there and take a minute to summarize that paragraph. So if you were to summarize that, Luke, what do you think you could say about the first paragraph?
Can I write it down?
You can write it down, yes. Okay, so what did you summarize?
I said Fiona Famous was very popular and had a lot of friends.
Good job. So that would be the summary of the first paragraph. So now we know who the main character is. Who's the main character?
Fiona Famous.
Okay, and was she popular or was she not popular?
Very popular.
Okay, and she had a lot of friends. Okay, second paragraph.
But everything changed on National Friendship Day. On that day, at school, everyone was having a great time, drawing, painting, giving gifts. That day in class, everyone had to make 3 presents to give to her 3 best friends. Fiona enjoyed the task of choosing 3 from amongst all the dozens of her friends.
Okay, so now we're going to stop at that paragraph and we're going to do it again, but this time I'll do it a little differently. I'm going to make a little bit of a graphic organizer kind of. So we're going to start off by saying, what day is it? And then we'll go into, what does everyone have to do? And how many friends do they pick? Okay. So if we look at the story, what day is it?
It is National Friendship Day.
Good. And what's everyone's task?
To give their 3 best friends gifts.
Okay, good. So then my next question was how many friends? So you already said
3.
Okay, good job. And then we can go to the next paragraph. However, when all the presents had been made and shared amongst the class, Fiona was the only one who had not received a present. She felt terrible and spent hours crying. How could it be possible? So much effort to make so many friends, and in the end, no one saw her as their best friend. Everyone came and tried to console her for a while, but each one only stayed for a short time before leaving. So, what can we summarize about this paragraph? I would say, if I were to do it, I would say that we'd start off by saying how Fiona felt, how the main character felt. So Fiona was upset and why? Because she didn't get a present and she didn't have a best friend. Okay, number 4, paragraph 4.
This was exactly what Fiona had done so many times to others. She realized that she was a good companion and acquaintance, but she had not been a true friend to anyone. She had tried not to argue with anyone. She had tried to pay attention to everyone, but now she had found out that that was not enough to create true friendship.
Good job. So if we were to summarize this paragraph, what do you think you would say?
Fiona was a good companion, but didn't really know how to get along with her friends for a long time.
Right. So that's good that you said that, because if we look back, is it because she didn't know how to get along with them or because she didn't pay enough attention to each of them for a long period of time?
She didn't really get along.
She didn't really pay attention to everyone for a long time. So that's good. We'll go back in the story and look at it. We underline it. Pay attention to everyone. It does say that she got along with them. She was a good companion and acquaintance. But she had not been a true friend to anyone. She had tried not to argue with anyone, but she had tried to pay attention to everyone. So it's kind of like she's not giving her attention to one main person. She's spreading herself very thin and only giving a couple minutes to each person. So she is getting along with them, but just only for short periods of time. When she got home that night, created quite a puddle with her tears, and Fiona asked her mother where she could find true friends. Fiona, my dear, answered her mother, you cannot buy true friends with a smile or a few good words. If you really want true friends, you have to give them a real time and affection. For a true friend, you must always be available, in good times and bad. So if we were to summarize that paragraph, what do you think we would say?
Well, Fiona's mom told her that if she wanted true friends, she has to make time for them, even in good times and bad times.
Okay, good job. So we'll keep writing these down on the side. We already wrote them down for time purposes, so. Okay, number 6.
But I want to be everybody's friend. I need to share my time among everyone, Fiona protested. My dear, you're a lovely girl, said her mother, but you can't be a close friend to everybody. There just isn't enough time available for everyone, so it only is possible to have a few true friends. The others will be playmates or acquaintances, but they won't be close friends.
Okay, good. So for this one, if we summarized it together, we could say that Fiona wants to give some time to everyone, but this keeps her from giving a lot of time to people who could be her true friends. Hearing this, Fiona decided to change her ways so that she could finally have some true friends. That night, in bed, she thought about what she could do to get them. She thought about her mother. Her mother was always willing to help her. She put up with all Fiona's dislikes and problems. She always forgave her. She loved her a great deal. That's what makes friends. And Fiona smiled from ear to ear, realizing that she had already had the best friend anyone could ever want. So at the end, what do we realize?
Fiona realizes that her best friend was her mom.
Good job. So then, if we wrote down everything that we summarized, so if we go back through it, we broke down the story really well, so we know who the main character is. Who's the main character?
Fiona Famous.
And what's her problem?
She's trying to make friends with everybody, but can't be friends with everyone.
Okay. She can't be friends with everyone because she could be friends with everyone, but she wants what?
She wants a close friend.
Close friends, good. And then at the end, she realizes the qualities of having a close friend, and then realizes that who is already her best friend?
Her mom.
Good job. So that would be chunking. So we separated everything down. We summarized each paragraph, and then together we have a very good understanding of the story. And then it also helps you memorize key facts. Like if I were to say, so how many best friends were they to choose to give presents to in the beginning?
3.
3, because you remember it more easily because you already separated it into chunks. You wrote it down, and for that part we made a little organizer. So we knew how many friends, we knew the tasks they were supposed to do, and we knew who was involved in it. Thank you.